Welcome back! Here's a little look into my life. I have 2 cats, Yardley is about 10, and can't be bothered with anyone who doesn't have a lap to sit in or a snack to eat. And Duck is a year old and he is chaos embodied, but very cute. Here are some of the tools that I use. The brushes are probably 5 to 10 years old and likely the cheapest that I could get at the time. Everything was bought at Michael's. I also use these little Tupperwares to mix and save my paint in. The acrylic paint that I get is really thick and I hate to waste, so I have to water it down. Plus, I really don't use these mini containers for anything, and they just sit in my kitchen if I don't use them for crafts. Then I sit down, make sure I have my reference handy, and I start outlining. I have a rough idea of the order of operations for this type of painting. First, I have to do the coastline, rivers, bodies of water, islands, and major cities. But I don't have to do any of those in a particular order, so I just go from one side to the other to make sure that I don't drag my hand in wet paint. Things like the mountains and little details I'll get to later. I was introduced to the Wheel of Time series back in 2013, and it was so highly recommended by my friends, so I started reading it right away. But once I started, it took me months to get past the first 100-ish pages. It just didn't grab me, but I didn't want to put it away because it was so highly recommended. I probably read the first couple chapters 3 or 4 times before I got past the hump and really got into the story. If you know, you know. This is a long series, and it took me years to finish. Maybe an unpopular opinion, but I usually read a book series and standalone books overlapping. So I'll read a book in the series, then something else, maybe even something in a completely different genre, just as a palate cleanser, I guess. I also get so emotionally attached to the characters that I need time to process and grieve. That recovery time is such a necessity. Like I said, if you know, you know. It's the details that really pull the piece together, so in this stage, I just try not to look at it too closely, or else I start to second guess myself. Like most things, just trust the process. While painting this group of islands called Tremalking, I remembered how I recently was talking about this location with my husband, and he called it tree making. I mean, I knew what he was talking about, I just thought it was funny. and my sister just started listening to the audio recording on Audible, and she refers to everyone by their relationship to each other because some of the names sound really close. And she's not wrong. Right at the beginning of the book, you have Rand, Lan, and Tam. I mean, she said there should be a petition to change the names, and I guess she's not wrong. And speaking of pronunciations, I was just talking about how I know people who've read the books and people who've listened to the Audible recording. And when we're talking about the story, some know how to pronounce everything but can't spell it, and vice versa. I might be weird in that I like reading the pronunciation guides and the reference materials in the back of the books, but that's also not always available. I thought the character was Bridget for so long. And when I found out it was Brigida or something like that, I was upset. I've had that problem for a long time though, because I was a big reader when I was younger, same as now, but I don't have as much time. And there were words that I would read frequently, but I didn't hear in conversation. So I just didn't know how to say them, and I made my best guess. Two of the most talked about in my family now are chouse and boondaries. Chouse and boondaries. Actual pronunciation? Chaos and boundaries. Yeah, embarrassing. So here I took my pencil back out just to do the primary mountain structure. A lot of the little details I'll freehand, like the forests and the mountains and water ripples, but if it's something integral to the story, I want to make sure that it's placed correctly. Then back to outlining with paint. So I heard a disturbance in the hallway and saw these two asking for some attention and playtime. Of course, I obliged. Then for the coastlines and outlines for my island, I go back over it with paint directly to make the line bolder and add 2 rows of little ripples to show the water against the shore. I like working on 2 canvases because the paint dries pretty quickly. So one canvas gets completely dry while I'm painting the other one. This minimizes the chances that I'm going to make a mess. My phone started running out of space, so I stopped recording, but I only painted a little bit more anyways before I had a virtual meeting for school. But here's how far I got today. Let me know in the comments if you have any recommendations for cameras to record. I don't mind using my phone for now, but maybe in the future I'll buy something specific for this. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the video. More cats? Less cats? Just kidding. Always more cats. Bye!